thanks to everyone individually. So first, I would starting with my heartily thanks to Professor Sanjay Sharma sir, and then special thanks to my guide, Dr. Rajesh Mishra sir, who encouraged me and helping me throughout the last 4 years for my research work, and thanks to Dr. Vivek sir, who gave us so valuable time for thesis evaluation and for presentation, and special thanks to Dr. Neeta ma'am and Dr. Sandeep Sharma sir, HOD EC, and Dr. Pradeep sir, HOD CS, and Dr. Navesh sir, and actually I am not visible who are presenting, so all the respected faculty members and my friends.
नीरज, मैं
Let's
तुम्हें
start.
थोड़ा इंटरप्ट करना चाहूंगा।
Yes sir, please.
एक आदमी जो तुम्हारे पीएचडी के लिए बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट है एटलीस्ट उन्हें और थोड़ा थैंक्स बोल दो, प्रोफेसर
Okay,
अनिल
sir. Okay.
कुमार गौतम
Sorry,
सर
sir.
के लिए।
Sorry, sir. And especially cordially thanks to Professor Anil Kumar Gautam, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir, for my mistake, sir. Uh, let's start now. This is the outline of my presentation. First, I deal with the introduction, in which I will discuss the automotive applications and techniques for multibands, and then secondly, I will go to research methodology, in which I will discuss uh, the techniques for circular polarization, and then I will explain why I am motivated toward this work, and then I will focus the literature review, and then I will explain the research objective, and all the objectives have been um, successfully completed by me, and then I will discuss the conclusions, future scope, and acknowledgement, and the last the references. Introduction. Actually, automotive applications have the tremendous growth nowadays, and modern vehicles have been provided the automotive applications such as GPS, global positioning systems, DRS, satellite digital audio radio services, DCS, digital communication system, DAV, digital audio broadcasting, DVB, digital video broadcasting, and RFID, radio frequency identification. GPS is a radio navigation systems deal with the satellite communication. The GPS receiver can receive the signal on the Earth or near about the Earth. GPS provide the positioning, real-time positioning without any extra charges or for 24 hours for military, commercial, and civilian uses. The accuracy of positioning of GPS can be enhanced by subdividing the GPS into three groups: GPS L1, GPS L2, and GPS L5. The frequency spectrum allocated for the GPS L1 is 1.57542 GHz, and the frequency spectrum allocated for GPS L2 is 1.22760 GHz, and the frequency spectrum allocated for GPS L5 is 1.17645 GHz. And the polarization is required for GPS. All the GPS application is right and circular polarization. ADRS is a radio broadcasting network. The satellite transmits the signals on Earth surface, and receiver receives the signal on Earth surface. And the frequency spectrum allocated for ADRS 2.320 to 2.345 gigahertz, and it deals with the left and circular polarization. Nowadays, mobile communication is very prevalent. So GSM and UMTS, Global System for Mobile Communication, UMTS, the Universal Mobile Telecommunication Service, they are provide the digital mobile networks for wireless mobile communication, and the frequency spectrum is allocated for GSM is 800, 850, 1800, and 1900 megahertz, where on the other hand the frequency spectrum allocated for UMTS is 1700, 1900, and 2100 megahertz. DAB, digital audio broadcasting, is used the frequency spectrum efficiently than the frequency modulation. The frequency spectrum allocated for DAB is 1.47 to 1.492 megahertz. DVB is the tremendous development for digital terrestrial television, and the frequency spectrum for DVB is 47 to 795 megahertz. RFID is a stupendous development. It used for many commercial applications such as electronic toll collections, vehicle securities, and retail items. And a high quality circular polarized antenna is required for RFID uh, systems. Basically, the RFID is the two types, passive RFID and active RFID, which the antenna which we use on Windows screen is the passive RFID, and it is activate through the interrogative pulse from active RFID antenna, and active antenna activate through the external battery. Then multi-band operation techniques. Basically, nowadays, positioning systems, radio services, and wireless mobile communication. These services are very prevalent services, but all these services use distinct frequency bands. So, install a separate antenna for individual application. It will be very unrealistic approach. So if we design a antenna which cover more than one frequencies of this is the classical solution of that problem. So there are many techniques for multi-band operation, but I am presenting here some important techniques. I am presenting here some important techniques, and the first important techniques is gap coupled parallel elements. Basically, in the gap coupled parallel elements, there are the you see in figure one, there are the six uh, uh, six rectangular radiators, and we called it that there are the three dipoles. One is center and moving through the right side. Then, okay, then the field excitation of all the three dipoles will be different. So the radiation from these three dipoles uh, will be different. Consequently, they uh, operate three distinct frequency bands. So by using gap coupled multi-band resonator, we can design a multi-band antenna. Second, stack patch antenna. As the name suggests here that the patches are arranged in stacking manner. The figure 2 depicts that there are the two patches. Both are arranged in stacking manner, patch 1 and patch 2. After the excitation of these two patch, uh, the antenna excite the proposed antenna excited dual band, but these two antennas do not excite independently. They are excite simultaneously. So the resonant length of the individual band can be calculated considered simultaneously of these two effects. And in this figure 2, the beam bandwidth can be enhanced by using the feed substrate here also. Third is the very important technique, slot technique. When two slots incorporate at the radiative side of a patch, then it will a little effect on TM100 mode and a great effect on TM300 mode. So the frequency ratio can be shifted from 1.6 to 2. So by controlling that frequency shifting, we can uh, design a multiband antenna. And figure 3, the these structure resonates at the dual band TM100 mode and TM300 mode. By using that slot, we can drag this TM330 mode to a frequency rate of 1.6 to 2. So by using that technique, we can design an antenna for multi-band operation. Okay, polarization. Actually, I have discussed also that most of the automotive application techniques use the different polarization, such as GSM use linear polarization, GPS use right-hand circular polarization. ADRS use left-hand circular polarization. So, polarization is the graphical representation of electric field with respect to the time. Linear polarization, if the electric field constant with respect to the time, then it is said to be linear polarization, or there are the certain conditions for linear polarization. If there are only one component present, or if there are both components present, they may or may not be the amplitude of these components may or may not be equal to each other. But there are condition, but their condition must be between them that the phase difference between them is equal to zero. Second is the circular polarization. If the electric field represent a circular shape, then it is called the circular polarization. On the behalf of the rotation of the circular polarization, we can classify the circular polarization into two parts: a left-hand circular polarization and the right-hand circular polarization. In the left-hand circular polarization, if the one component Ey is lax to the another component Ey with pi by 2, then the rotation of that rotation of the electric field in clockwise direction, so it yield a left-hand circular polarization. On the other hand, when the one component's Ey, when one component's circular polarization Ey is lead with pi by 2 with another component Ex, then the rotation of electric field is anti-clockwise direction. So it yield right-hand circular polarization. Elliptical polarization, there are certain conditions for the elliptical polarization. The both components presenting an electric polarization must not be equal to each other, and the phase difference between them must not be 0 and pi by 2. Then the electric field trace a elliptical form. Advantage of circular polarization. Actually, most of the automotive applications deal with the satellite communication. And when a linear polarization wave interacts with the ionosphere, so there are magnetic field and the ionized particle of the ionosphere interact with the linear polarized wave, and the linear polarized wave will rotate. This is called the Faraday rotation, and it is very spurious on the upper half of the ionosphere. So this Faraday rotation is proportional to the magnetic flux and square of the and inversely square of the frequency. So for eliminate the Faraday rotation, if a circular polarized wave interacts to the ionosphere, then both components, because the circular wave is made from the two degenerated modes which are equal amplitude and pi by 2 phase difference. So when a circular polarized wave interacts to the ionosphere, if both components equally rotate, so there are the no effect of Faraday rotation on circular polarization wave. So the Faraday rotation is immune to by the circular polarization wave. Second is the rejection of the multipath interference. And when a wave strike on a conducting surface, then it change its polarization, such as right hand circular polarization strike on a pure conducting surface, it change left hand circular polarization, and vice versa, left hand circular polarization strike to conducting surface is changed to right hand circular polarization, and when a vertical polarization strikes on conducting surface is changed to the left hand circular polarization. So there is a misalignment between the reception antenna. When a vertical antenna, a vertical polarized antenna receive only horizontal polarization. So these are the multipath interference can be limited by the circular polarization wave. Third one is the polarization mismatch. A vertical, as I have discussed also, that a vertical polarized antenna receive only vertical polarized signal, and a horizontal polarized antenna receive only horizontal polarized signal. But the circular polarization wave has the both component in equal amplitude and equal power. So a vertical polarization antenna and horizontal polarization antenna can receive the signal with equal power from circular polarization wave. So these are the advantages of the circular polarization. Working mechanism for CP research methodology. As when I going through the extensive literature survey, are found, it is revealed that the state of art development and uh, state of art development and performance comparison, uh, it is found that a multi-band and multi-polarized antenna with compact size, uh, cost effective, with high gain, with high beam width, 3 dB beam width, with high bandwidth is a challenging task. So, is a challenging task. So, for completing that challenging task, as I've discussed also that a circular polarization is most of the application use the circular polarization. So there are the different methods to uh, generate a circular polarization wave, and first is the exciting orthogonal degenerated mode. Circular 90-degree hybrid feed techniques generate two degenerated modes with equal amplitude and 90-degree phase difference between them degenerated mode. And a power divider feed is also generate two degenerated mode with equal amplitude and 90-degree phase difference between them. These two feeding techniques provide a high quality circular polarization, but they enhance the complexity of the structure. So the second technique for generate the circular polarization is diagonal feed. If we introduce a diagonal feed to a rectangular patch, then it excites two designated both TM10X and TM01Y, and both are in equal amplitude. And if a 90-degree phase difference can be generated by adjusting the sides of the rectangular patch. So a circular polarization wave can be generated through these rectangular patches. The third circular polarization wave techniques is exciting traveling wave current along circular loop structure. The surface current on one wavelength circular loop antenna is in progressive manner. So the far field radiation can be formulated through E theta and E phi through this formula. E theta is equal to 4j IR cos theta, e to the power minus j5 integrate 0 to pi by 2 sin square psi cos sin theta cos psi and dy, and E phi is equal to this. And these far field radiation pattern can be normalized electric field pattern through this depicted in figure 12. The figure 12 shows that a good quality circular polarization can be achieved theta is equal to 0 degree and theta is equal to 180 degree. These are the research methodology for find out the for generate the circular polarization. Motivation for the present research. Actually, I have discussed that most of the applications uh, use the different polarization and distinct band. So it is very unrealistic approach to use the distinct antenna. So it motivates me toward that research if I have designed an antenna that which covers more than one applications and more than one polarization. So it um, developed my interest to this research. Literature review. After um, going through the reported work, I came through many papers and some important ones I am presenting here. Has et al. Reported an antenna with size of 150, the length is 150 mm and width is 150 mm and the height of that patch is 1.6 mm. And the researcher used two distinct circular arc for excite two bands, GPS L1 and LDRS band. And I find the research gap in this paper is that the researcher used the separate feed for separate band. He used and the separate feed enhance the complexity of the structure. And he used and the antenna radiates the left-hand circular polarization for GPS L1 band. However, GPS, all the GPS band uh, deal with right hand circular polarization. So I find a research gap here that the GPS L1 band should not be uh, resonate with left hand circular polarization, and size is also large, 120, 150, 150 into 1.6 is very large size. Second, Horfar et al. Presented a three-layer stack patch antenna with proximity feed to excite dual band operation at GPS band. Actually, the researchers used the three-layer but for only two bands. He used three layers for only two bands. So and uh, for excite dual band. So this is a research gap that why should not we use the three by using three layer we can um, resonate three bands for the particular antenna. Bukia et al. Proposed an annular elliptical patch to excite dual GPS band. Uh, Basically, the GPS L2, L1 and L2 bands. The beamwidth for both bands is around 60 degree, and it is the condition that the beamwidth must be greater than to 90 degree. So I found a research gap in this paper that the beamwidth is around 60 degree. Another who at all proposed an antenna with size is 50 into 80 into 1.6 millimeter cube, which composed of the two patches. One was corner truncated patch. Actually, he used the corner truncated for resonate the circular polarization. Corner truncation is the another techniques for excitation the circular polarization, and the other helical monopole patch antenna for RKES and PCS application. And I found a research gap that for isolation, for isolate these two bands, he used a 20 millimeter distance separation between two antennas, and separate feed for separate polarization. He used separate feed for GPS L1 for right and circular polarization excitation, and for separate feed RKEF and PCS because RKEF and PCS deal with the linear polarization. Hong et al. And another Hong et al. Export two-patch antenna integrated with form substrate for dual polarization at DRS frequency band. The proposed antenna excited IDRS frequency band with the dual polarization. One is the left-hand circular polarization, another is the linear polarization. And form substrate is used for um, enhance the bandwidth of the antenna characteristics. And I found a research gap is that he used the individual feed here also. He used individual feed for individual polarization. For left-hand circular polarization, he used individual feed, and for linear polarization, he used individual feed. Form substrate is actually used for decoupling and enhance the bandwidth of the radiation characteristics, but it enhance but it increase the size of the systems. So it is the another research gap of this proposed work. Sorry, reported work. And another is the Su et al. Reported a parametrical ground shape antenna for wide angle coverage for GPS and application. Basically, a researcher through this designed and proposed antenna resonate only single band GPS L1 band, and the size is too large, 150 into 22.5 mm cube is very large size, and he covered 131-degree beam width, but gain is very low, 0.6 dBi. So gain is another important characteristics for an antenna. So the gain is very minimum, the size is very large, and he covers only single band with single structure. Another reported work is presented by Hagri. He used a stub-loaded techniques for miniaturization or excite the GPS L1 and L2 bands, and for circular polarization, he used a corner truncated techniques for rectangular patch. And the research gaps is that the research stub-loaded techniques increase the size of an antenna and is also enhance the complexity of a structure. So, but he used the stability technique. So I find a research gap is that he used the research stability techniques. Next is Nasimuddin et al. Explored active slotted patch antenna for excite GPS L1 and L2 bands. He used the X-shaped slotted patch for miniaturization the size of antenna and attaining the circular polarization for both these two bands. And I find a research gap that he used a 20 thick foam substrate for avoid coupling between patch and feed and for an increase the bandwidth for the proposed structure. He used a 20 millimeter thick foam substrate, so it enhanced, so it increased the size of an antenna. Next is Stan invented a confined ceramic LTC techniques for design a GPS L1 band. And but there is a research that we found that the 3 dB beam is around 90 degree, and so but above than 90 degree is sufficient. But if find out, but the beam width in this reported work is around equal to 90 degree, and he used the LTCC technology. This is a high substrate technology. By using the high substrate, the size can be miniaturized, but efficiency of the antenna systems will be go down. Next is Sun et al. Used to concentric angle radiator on the opposite side of the dielectric material to cover GPS L1 and L2 band, but I find a research gap that the size of this proposed reported work is 140 into 140 mm cube. The size is also very high and is cover only 75 degree 3 dB beam width, and so this is not sufficient range for uh, a GPS application purpose. Falade et al. Used a stack patch method with a different dielectric material to cover triple GP. 1 minute. Sorry. Faraday used a stack patch method with a different dielectric material to cover triple GPS band applications. And I find a research gap that he uses stacking techniques, and so stacking techniques increase the size and complexity of the design. But in this paper, he cover all the GPS 3 band, GPS L1, GPS L2, and GPS L5 band. Hess et al. Reported a two annular slot cavity backed antennas. He used the cavity back for enhance the signal to noise ratio, but cavity back techniques increase the size of antenna and enhance the complexity of a structure. And he used a 20 thick foam substrate for avoiding coupling between patch and feed. This is the research gap. Another research gap of that reported work. Chen et al. Reported a Mandar's law techniques using high dielectric substrate to reducing the size of dual band GPS antenna. Basically, it exhibits the poor dB beam width and the size is not is planar. So the size of this antenna is conformal. So this is the another research gap in this reported work. Kafari and Alloy use bandpass filter to couple the energy between central patch to surrounding ring to obtain GPS L1 and DRS band, but the gain at GPS L1 is 0 dBi and poor 3 dB axial ratio bandwidth and beam width of both GPS L1 and IDRS application bands. So um, after the extensive literature survey, I have found that there are a lot of the people, many of the people use dual fed and individual antenna to excite the different band. So I found that if I found these objective that if I complete this objective, then these challenges can be completed from my side. So there are the four objectives which I have found through the comprehensive literature reviews. First is the design and fabrication of single fed dual band antenna for GPS L2 and L5 application. Second is the design and fabrication of single fed dual polarization dual band antenna for GPS L1 and IDRS band. Third one is the design and fabrication of single fat triple band antenna for GPS L1, L2, and L5 application. And then the last, design and fabrication of single fat multipolarized triple band antenna for GPS L5, GSM, and IDRS applications. The first objective is design a compact antenna for GPS L2 and L5. The first objective accomplished by me. This is design a compact antenna for GPS L2 and L5 bands with wide axial ratio beamwidth, axial 3 dB axial ratio beamwidth. The spiral actually in this papers I have used the spiral slot techniques, which by using the spiral slot techniques, the axial ratio beamwidth achieved is 126 degree and 122 degree at GPS L2 and GPS L5 band respectively, and a diagonal located coax feed is used. Single diagonal coax located feed is used for X-side RSCP radiation at both bands. So, thus, it is a highly desirable to fabricate a GPS navigation antenna with compact size and minimum fabrication complexity. And this objective have been published in IT Micro Antenna and Propagation. This is also called the double E transaction. Second objective is design planar antenna with I will explain the objective in next slides. First, I will a brief review on this on all my four objectives. Then I will discuss all these objectives. Second objective is design planar antenna with less fabrication complexity for GPS, L1, and IDRF applications with attractive features and characteristics such as dual sense polarization. In this paper, in this objective, I have designed a structure with single feed and single radiating patch, which cover both these two bands, GPS L1 and IDRS, and excite dual sense polarization, left hand circular polarization and right hand circular polarization by only single feed. Uh, 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 in this objective, I have completed these results, and this objective is also published in Willy MOTL and is also SCL. Third objective is design a single layer low profile annual shaped annular antenna feed with CPW feed for HF triple GPS band. In this objective, I design antenna which cover all the GPS L1, L2 and L5 band with single structure and with single feed. And this paper have been published in International Journal of RF and Microwave, Willy, SCL. The fourth objective is design a triple polarized triple. In this uh, objective, I designed a antenna which covers GPS L5, GSM 1900 megahertz band, and IDRS band. By using single structure, this antenna cover all three bands by using single structure and by using single feed. There are the three polarization. GPS L5 deal with right hand circular polarization, GSM 1900 deal with linear polarization, and IDRS deal with left hand circular polarization. So by using only single coax feed, all three polarization have been achieved in this proposed antenna, design antenna. And this objective has been published in International Journal of Electronics and Communication, AEU. My objective one first is that design of single fed spiral slotted antenna. Um, in the design antenna consists of two modified arithmetic and spiral slots, which are introduced in the patch structure to excite GPS L2 and L5 band with right hand circular polarization. Uh, this is the invention of that design. First, when I introduce a spiral one slots only, then the figure 14 depicts that it resonates around when spiral one slots, only spiral one slots introduced in the design, then it depicts the figure 14 depicts that is resonate around 1.16 gigahertz, but failed to achieve circular polarization, which can be shown in figure 14b. Second, when I introduce spiral two slots, but it is also achieved to cover these two bands and yield to circular polarization. But when I introduce these two slots, spiral slots on a patch, then it's figure 14 shows that there are the two bands by these two slots and successfully achieve a circular polarization. It can be depicts in figure. It is depicts in figure 14b, and this result can be verified through the impedance curve also. Working mechanism. This is the radiation principle can be better understood by the surface current, by the distributive surface current on patch antenna. So the spiral slots which create a difference in magnetic currents flowing over the outer radius R1 and inner radius R2. The difference is responsible for the radiation from the spiral slot. Through the computation of this equation, Fr is equal to C upon twice L circumference under root epsilon effective. And the sense of polarization can be determined through the formula is elliptical ratio is equal to 20 log AR plus AL divided by ARL minus AL. AR is the amplitude of the right hand polarization sense and AL is the amplitude of the left hand circular polarization sense. So here I will discuss the working principle of GPS L5 band. Figure 17a depicts that when I introduce only spiral band slots on the radiating patch, then here figure 17a shows that there are both LSCP and RSCP polarization sense is prominent. So through that formula, is equal to 20 log ARL plus AL upon ARL minus AL, that the elliptical ratio should be high. So it failed to achieve the circular polarization. But 17b shows that there are in the outer side of that spiral slot, there are RSCP is prominent than the LSCP inner side. Basically, the LSCP is near about the zero. So by using that formula is equal to 20 log ARL plus AL divided by AR minus AL, that elliptical ratio should be below than 3 dB. So it yields the circular polarization. Similarly, for the GPS L2 band, 18A depicts that both sense of polarization are prominent, so fail to achieve the circular polarization. But 18B shows that uh, there are 18B shows that the right hand circular polarization is prominent than the left hand circular polarization. Basically, the left hand circular polarization is probably be zero. So, by using that formula, the elliptical ratio should be below to 3 dB. Then it covers circular right hand circular polarization sufficiently. Other results. The efficiency of this proposed antenna is very good, 83% for GPS L2 and 89% for GPS L5 band. And figure 20 shows that the right hand circular polarization theta 0 degree. 0 degree is the phi is equal to 0 means xz plane and 90 degree means yz plane. For automotive application, it is a necessary condition that the radiation in both planes should be similar. So, through figure 20, it is seen that both radiation is quite similar in both planes. And the cross polarization between the right hand circular polarization, left hand circular polarization is outstanding. It is greater than 25 dB. It should be greater than 15 dB. And in this antenna, we find out that the cross polarization greater than 25 dB, so it is a outstanding value. This is the performance difference of my antenna with other reported work. The size of my antenna is very minimum, 59.64 into 59.64 into 1.6, and this covers both bands GPS L5. And in the other reported works, most of the antenna uses the dual feed for the dual polarization, but here I use only single feed, single coax feed. And 3 dB bandwidth is also good, and axial ratio bandwidth is outstanding and a sufficient gain 3.5 to dBi for GPS alpha band and 4 dBi for GPS L2 band. And now the performance analysis of this antenna for automotive application. We place the antenna over uh, we place the antenna 10 millimeter over a copper sheet which is made of 40 centimeter by 40 centimeter into 5 centimeter. Now the analysis of the sheet on radiation performance of the design antenna can be shown in figure 22A and B. This figure depicts that the performance of the antenna is slightly changed with uh, copper sheet with copper sheet. So this antenna is sufficient for automotive application. And in the figure 23 depicts the antenna performance within a plastic house which made of different permittivity, different materials. Epsilon r is equal to 2.2, epsilon r is equal to 3, and epsilon r is equal to 4.4. But this figure also, after the conclusion of this figure, this figure shows that the antenna is sufficient for automotive application. And this objective one I also published in essay. Objective second, CPW flat dual polarized cylinder antenna. So in this in this design antenna, a rectangular shape, a ring type rectangular shape ground plane and a protrusion radiator are introduced to excite two bands, GPS alpha band and GPS L1 band and ADRS band, and dual polarization, uh, and the antenna achieve dual polarization with only single CPW flip. Here, the performance comparison of my design antenna is that here. The size of my antenna is 67.5, 65.5 into 1.6. I use here only one feed here. Most important use the double feed for dual polarization, and the tuning measure from antenna is GPS and ADRS. Isolation bandwidth is outstanding 51 megahertz GPS and 175 gigahertz for ADRS band. And bandwidth is 180 for GPS L1 and 10 degree for ADRS band, and gain is very good, 3.6 dBi C4 GPS L1 and 4.1 for ADRS band. Uh, the equation of the design antenna is that first, in the outset, when a conventional rectangular shape ground plane and a rectangular patch, uh, they radiates only one band around 3.2 gigahertz and fail to achieve circular polarization. Both results in sequence in 25, figure 25A and B. But when further another attempt, a protrusion shape radiator and a say cross type ground strip introduced at the middle of the outside of the ground plane, they resonate a they they resonate a single band which is the which cover the ADRS with left hand circular polarization. By adjusting the gap between the prudent shape and the cross shape string, we can control the polarization or um, return loss of ADRS band. In the next attempt, uh, a spiral shape, a spiral ring loaded on into the rectangular shape at the bottom side, it generate another band for GPS L1. But through the figure 25B, we can say that, but poor circular polarization. So in next attempt, another spiral slot, spiral ring, spiral shaped ring introduced in the rectangular slot at the upper side of the ground plane. Uh, it excites the two designated mode at the GPS L1 to yield the circular polarization at GPS L1 band, but no effect on ADRS band. This is the working principle of GPS L1 through the uh, surface current, through the surface current distribution. We can uh, determine the formula of frequency, and after computation this formula, the both bands can be achieved. And for GPS L1, the path 1, path 2, and path 3 take place for excitation of the GPS L1 band. And by using the formula, these two formulas, FR is equal to C upon twice L effective under root excellent effective, we can compute the frequency at this band, and the computation and the simulated result are not deviated more than 1%. So this result can be validated. This result is also validated through the mathematical formula. And for IDRS band, the path 1, path 2, and path 3 takes place for resonate the IDRS band. And through these formulas, we can determine, or we can compute the frequency for a DRS band, and the deviation between the simulated one and the formula and the analysis frequency is not more than 1%. So uh, by using this formula we can verify the simulated ones. Parameterization, basically through parameterization, the resonant bands and the polarization can be verified through parameterization, and the parameterization were accomplished by altering one parameter at one time and the keeping the another parameter constant. So here the comprehended survey of comprehended changes of W11 from 10 to 10 mm to 8 mm. The figure 20A shows that d- it changed the higher designated mode of GPS L5 bands, sorry, L1 band, GPS L1 band, and there are no effect on ADRS band. So at W11 is equal to 8 mm, both designated mode are not in equal in amplitude, so they exhibit a poor circular polarization. And the variation of the cross strip slots L4 in figure 29A and B, the variation in L4 from 6.5 to 2.5, it changed the lower designated mode of IDRS band. So there are the variation between the phase and amplitude of the two degenerated mode, and they are not equal to each other, and the phase difference is not 90 degrees. So a poor circular polarization is achieved through when L4 is equal to 2.5 mm. So through variation of this L4, we can validate the resonance frequency and uh, um, polarization. Experimental results. RSCP 0 degree through the figure 30. RSCP 0 degree and RSCP 90 degree is quite similar in both principal plane, and it is mandatory for automotive applications. So through this figure, we can say that both the radiation in both plane is quite similar, and the cross polarization is greater than by 20 dB for GPS L1 band, and cross polarization greater than 90.5 dB for IDRS. And it is also very good value for both bands. This figure is also figure 31 3D radiation pattern shows that the radiation pattern is in both side direction. Here you can say that the radiation is blue line here. The radiation is in middle of that blue. One is round is that the rotation is the polarization, and this blue line is passing through the center. It means the polarization is in both side direction. It is also another requirement for the automotive application that the radiation should be in both side direction. So by using that figure, we conclude that the both radiation are in the both side direction. And these are the experimental results. For that, the axial ratio both for both sorry, the axial ratio beam width, by using the 32A figure, we can conclude the axial ratio beam width. And through that figure, we can say that for GPS L1 it is around 118, and for IDRS is 105. It is very good for automotive purpose, automotive application purpose. And figure 32B shows the 3 dB bandwidth for both bands, and isolation bandwidth of 51 megahertz for GPS L1 band and 175 megahertz for the IDRS band. And now uh, we find out we uh, evaluate the performance of this antenna for automotive application in the similar manner. I have discussed also in for objective first that we place our antenna above 10 millimeter over a copper sheet in both positioning, vertical positioning and horizontal positioning. And through the figure 34A and B, we saw that there are the return loss is improved when we use a housing for
Neeraj,
suppose.
your
Yes, sir.
PPT is not visible.
PPT is not visible.
हाँ नीरज, पीपीटी नहीं दिख रही है मुझे भी।
ओके ओके सर, दोबारा कर रहा हूँ, नो प्रॉब्लम। मैं दोबारा करता हूँ सर, कोई हो सकता है कि टेक्निकल इशू आ गया हो। मैं दोबारा कर रहा हूँ सर। 1 मिनट सर, वो एक्चुअली मैं लैपटॉप पे चला रहा हूँ ना, कनेक्शन लॉस्ट हो गया। मैं अभी इसको दोबारा करता हूँ सर। 1 मिनट, गिव मी ओनली 1 मिनट सर, 1 मिनट। वन मिनट सर, सिर्फ सर नेट खत्म हो गया, मैं इसे कनेक्ट कर दूँ वाईफाई से। अच्छा ओके। मैडम गिव मी ओनली 1 मिनट, फिर 1 मिनट में आता।
अच्छा नीरज, ओके,
1 मिनट सर, कनेक्ट वो नेट एक्चुअली कर देगा।
कोई बात नहीं, कोई बात नहीं।
1 मिनट।
मैम इन बिटवीन आप वो दूसरे रिपोर्ट्स देख लेना।
जी सर, जी सर,
है
जी सर। नीरज, आपकी वॉइस नहीं आ रही। आप अपने आप को अनम्यूट करो।
Audible?
हाँ now.
It's okay now. Start now.
Madam, am I audible?
Yes.
Follow?
Yes.
Okay. Madam, PPT is visible?
Visible.
Okay, through these results, we can verify that this antenna is suitable also for automotive application, and this objective is also published in SCI journal. My third objective is design of low volume circularly polarized annular ring shaped planar antenna for GPS applications. The antenna consists a annular shape ring and eight thin rectangular strips which are introduced or attached inside the annular ring to excite or to cover the GPS L1, L2 and L5 band, and a single CPW feed is used in this design antenna. The progression of designed antenna is as follows. At the outset, when a plus antenna is used, it resonate at TM11 mode with around 1.3 gigahertz frequency band, but fail to achieve circular polarization. In the next attempt to achieve the another frequency band, introduce a thin rectangular shape inside annular shape and another ring. Then it develop another frequency mode TM2, but the frequency of that frequency sorry the frequency of that mode is around 1.58 gigahertz, but failed to achieve proper circular polarization. So to generate the proper circular polarization, introduced to another rectangular strips in annular shape patch. And after this attempt, the antenna resonate at around 1.25 gigahertz and 1.57 gigahertz. And but it at the second band, the circular polarization is not so good. So improve the quality of the circular polarization at the higher mode or higher band TM22 mode. Another two rectangular strips introduced into the annular shape patch. After the introduction, after the introduce the rectangular strips, the quality of circular polarization of higher mode is quite good. But the optimum circular polarization can be achieved when we introduce two another strips L1 and L8 in the annular ring. So this is the progression of the proposed antenna design, and the 40-degree arc here. This is at the patch V junction was used to improve the beam width at the GPS L1 band, and the performance comparison of my antenna design with another reported work is that this is the 107.596 into 1.6, and it covers the both three bands with the gain 3.45 dBIC and 2.45 dBIC and 2.85 dBIC at GPS L5 band, and axial ratio is 95 degree, 100 degree, and 102 degree with axial ratio bandwidth with 56 megahertz, 46 megahertz, and 46 megahertz. And I use only single feed for triple band antenna here. So this is the another novel work which are published in SCI journal. And the CP mechanism for the proposed antenna is illustrated in figure 14. That the orientation of the electric field can be concluded through the figure 40A, B, C, D. You can see that this is the arrow, resulting arrow is rotating in anti-clockwise direction. So it yields the right hand circular polarization. And the degenerated mode of the lower frequency band is 1.2276 gigahertz 45 degree E and 1.2276 gigahertz minus 45 degree at the F. And the degenerated mode at G and H. These are the at 1.291 gigahertz frequency band and 1.130 gigahertz frequency band, and these generated modes are analogous to E and F. You can see here that E is analogous to G and F is analogous to H. So these through these surface current mechanism we can verify our results also. And this is the CP mechanism for 1.575 gigahertz or L5 band. Here, through 41A, B, C, D, that the orientation of the electric field is in the anti-clockwise direction. So it yield a circular right hand circular polarization. And the degenerated mode of circular polarization are E and F at 1.575 45 degree and 1.575 for minus 45 degree. And the 1.575 45 degree is analogous to G and F is analogous to H. And these are frequency band at 1.57 and 1.658. So the intermediate frequency of these two degenerate mode is around 1.575 gigahertz. So by using these results, we can verify it that the antenna propagate a right hand circular polarization with 1.5754 gigahertz frequency band. These are the simulated and measured results of the design antenna. And 42A shows that the axial ratio beam width for GPS L1 and GPS L2 and L5 band, the axial ratio beam width for GPS L1 is 95 degree, and for GPS L2 is 100 degree and 10 degree. In the theta is equal to 0 means broadside direction. And axial ratio value, minimum value for 0.55 dB and 1.57 dB and 1.97 for respectively for these three bands. And figure 52B illustrates the axial ratio bandwidth for these three bands. Basically, by using the lower frequency band, we cover the GPS L1, L2 and L5 band, and through this higher frequency mode, we cover the GPS L5 band. So by using these two band, we cover all three bands, all three GPS band. And this is the simulated and measured radiation pattern. And by analysis this graph, we say that the right hand circular polarization in both planes is identical to each other in XZ and in YZ plane. And uh, the cross polarization is greater than to 25 dB for GPS L1 and 20 dB for GPS L2 and 19 dB for GPS L5 respectively. This is it is a very good value for cross polarization. Now we will analyze the performance of this antenna for automotive purpose. Now we put the antenna above 10 millimeter over a metal sheet which is 40 by 40 into 5 centimeter, and through the 45 through the figure 45A and B shows that the deviation of the radiation performance of the design antenna is quite similar with using the housing effect. So this antenna is useful for automotive applications. And if we place the antenna inside a plastic box for different materials, these results can the performance of the antenna can be verified through figure 46A and B. These figures shows that the antenna there are slightly changed in the performance characteristics of the antenna. So the antenna is sufficient for the automotive application purpose. And this objective third is also published in SCI. This is the objective 4. Single coax feed multipolarized planar antenna. By using 4 hat-shaped slots on a single radiating patch, by using single feed, the antenna excite or cover 3 bands: GPS L1, GPS L5 band, GSM 1800 megahertz band, and ADRS band, and yield 3 polarization: right hand circular polarization for GPS L5 band, and linear polarization for GSM 1800 gigahertz band, megahertz band, and left hand circular polarization for the ADRS band, and cover all these bands sufficiently. And the comparison of this presented antenna with the reported work is that the size of this antenna is 51 into 52 into 1.6, and most of the papers you see here or reported paper here that they did not cover the triple band. So this is the novelty of this antenna that we cover triple band by using this antenna. And basically I use the air bandwidth because for only GPS L1 ADRS, because band beam width is only for GPS L1 and ADRS here also. And here the size is very premium. So it concluding that the design antenna has compact size and wider isolation of bandwidth and 3 dB beam width. The development procedure of this antenna is that first at the outset the conventional antenna is when the conventional antenna is excited, it resonate is around 1.4 gigahertz with a single band, and with a linear polarization. Further in next attempt, 2 hat-shaped slots are introduced at the upper and bottom side of the patch. It resonate at around 1.4 and 1.80 gigahertz, 1.4 and 1.8 gigahertz with the double bands. But um, not not but not has a circular polarization as a blue line, right? A 48B blue line, not a good circular polarization, maybe linear polarization here. But further in next attempt, when introduced to another vertical head shape slot on the rectangular page, then these rectangular patch generate the two degenerated mode at both GPS L1 band, GPS L5 band and ADRS band. And so there are the right hand circular polarization developed at GPS L5 band and left hand circular polarization at the ADRS band. And in the finally, by introducing to corner cut, the optimum value of circular polarization achieved through this corner cut. These are the working mechanism, and figure 49AB, you can say that the orientation of the electric field is in the 49A. The orientation of the electric field is in the anti-clockwise direction. So we can say that here. We can say that the right hand circular polarization is resonating here, and for 49B, the orientation of the electric field is in clockwise direction, so it yield a left hand circular polarization, and left hand circular polarization is essential radiation for ADRS band. And this is the working mechanism. Through this distributed surface current, we can evaluate the formula for um, these frequencies GPS and ADRS band. For path 1, path 2 and path 3 takes place uh, to excite the GPS L1 band by using the formula FR is equal to C upon twice L D under root epsilon effective, and epsilon effective is equal to this form. By using this formula, we can compute the frequency for GPS L5 band, and the deviation of the compute frequency and simulated data is not more than 1%. So the result is verified through the mathematical analysis also. And for ADRS band, the path 1, path 2, path 3 takes the place takes the parts for resonate the ADRS band, and after using that formula, we can compute the resonant frequency at GPRS band and the deviation of the radiation frequency at ADRS band with um, simulated ones is not deviated more than 1%. So this result is also verified with mathematical analysis. These are the results and discussion of the design antenna through 55A, figure A, B, and C. The figure shows that the right-hand circular polarization 55A is quite similar in both plane, means XZ and YZ plane, and the uh, cross polarization is greater than to 23 dB. It is a outstanding value. And for B, B is for IDRS. And the left-hand circular polarization and left-hand circular polarization for 90 degree. The left-hand circular polarization is identical in both plane, and the uh, cross polarization is greater than to 29 dB for IDRS band. So it is a very outstanding value for both band. And for linear polarization, um, there are the two co-polarization and cross polarization, and the range. The discrimination between the co-polarization and cross-polarization more than the 15 dB, so it is also a outstanding value. And figure 52A and B shows that the orientation or the radiation of the design antenna is in both side direction. Here you can see that red, the red part is the orientation of the antenna, and blue is the direction of radiation, and this is the middle of that red area. So the radiation is in the both side direction is the essential parameter for automotive applications. This is the figure 53A is the axial ratio beamwidth for GPS L5 and IDRS band, and 53B shows the axial ratio bandwidth for GPS L5 and IDRS band. Now we find the performance of this design antenna for automotive application. Then similarly, I have also discussed that we put this antenna above 10 millimeter over a copper sheet in both positioning, vertical positioning and horizontal positioning, and figure 55A, and we illustrated that the deviation in the performance characteristics of the antenna is very minimum, and it can, sorry, uh, the deviation is very minimum. So this antenna is sufficient for automotive application purpose. The conclusion of this that the first objectives I have also discussed that two spiral slots is included on patch with single coax feed or Excite GPS L2 and L5 applications. The overall volume design antenna is this. The design antenna is feasible for automotive oriented GPS services. The protrusion shaped radiator and spiral and cross shaped style loaded ground plane is proposed. This is the my second objective. The antenna excited GPS L1 and HDRS band. The third objective is a low volume annular ring shaped radiator with single CPW fed is revealed for the net GPS L1, L2 and L5 band. It covers both three bands. And the last objective, head shaped slot space antenna lies to excite GPS L5 GSM 1900 and IDRS band, and the size of this antenna is 51 into 52 into 1.6 millimeter cube. The future scope of my research work is that the main challenge of circular polarized antenna is a narrow dB beamwidth. So in the future, some antennas may be designed for enhance the or improve the 3 dB beamwidth. My focus to attain a wide beamwidth in CP radiation. If I design a such type of antenna, then we can use this antenna in aircraft also. If and basically these automotive oriented service antenna are installed over the automotive vehicles, so it is very significant to analyze the radiation effects on human bodies. And now the acknowledgements is that for special thanks to Professor Sanjay Sharma sir, Dr. Rajesh Mishra sir, and Dr. Vivek Srivastav sir, and Professor Gautam sir. And these are the references of my research work. I have total 9 published paper and 2 conferences, 9 SCI papers published and 2 conferences. Thanking for your kind attention. Now I am open for questions. Please.
So, Neeraj, any new publication after your thesis submission?
Yes, sir. 5 paper also communicated.
No, now you have submitted your thesis, and after that you got any acceptance of any paper? My concern is.
Sir, in thesis, the thesis work I have published 4 objectives, and these 4 objectives have been published.
Okay. So, my first question is regarding your chapter number 4.
Yes, sir.
It was that explain the effective parameters of proposed design which generates the CP characteristics.
Okay, sir. Chapter 4. Okay, second objective. 1 minute, sir. Here, sir. 1 minute. These are. The protrusion shape this is, and these are cross shape, and these rings at the upper side and at the bottom side. These are the effective parameters for attain the circular polarization at both bands. If for the ADRS band basically is the composite effect of these protrusion shape and this cross shape strip, and it has no effect on the GPS band. And but this spiral upper shape spiral slots and bottom shape spiral slots and protrusion shape, this composite effect is used to generate the lower band GPS L1 band, and they did not affect the higher band
आज
ADRS
मैंने
band.
जो है 2 घंटे की फिल्म देखी मार्शल आर्ट की, चाइनीज की, जो अंग्रेज उस पर अटैक करते हैं, वो बंदूक लेके आते हैं, उनको कहते हैं कि हमें यहाँ रोड बनाने दो, रेलवे बनाने दो, और वो बनाने नहीं देता। फिर उनमें से एक उग्रवादी निकलता है, वो उनसे बंदूक खरीदता है और सारों को मरवाता है वो, फिर बाकी फिल्म करता है। तो रात के 12-1 बजे तक मैं देखी वो। तो उसके बाद जब मैं सोया तो मेरी आंखें सामने से टीवी चल रहा है और टीवी की लाइट
Dean sir, your mic is on. Neeraj, continue.
Okay,
Yes,
sir.
please continue.
Okay, sir. So, 1 minute. Look here also. Here, path 1, path 2, path 3. These are takes the parts for excite the GPS L1 band, and there are the small parts of path 3. And major is path 1 and path 2. Makes used to excite the ITRS band.
Okay. Regarding that LHCP,
Yes, sir.
would the strong back radiations with LHCP affects the communication performance of the proposed antenna?
Yeah, sir. Actually, I have also discussed also that 1 minute, sir. Give me 1 minute. With example, I will explain this here. Actually, for automotive application, it is essential characteristic that the radiation will be in both side direction, and this is the blue line. This is the both side direction, and it's a back side. If antenna is a radiate antenna radiates a RSCP wave, then the RSCP wave will be radiate in the broadside direction, and in the backside it will be radiate the left hand circular polarization wave. But actually we consider only the we consider the radiation only in the broadside direction, so there are the no effect of the left hand circular polarization in the backside into the broadside direction, and vice versa for LSCP.
And how the proposed design generates the perpendicular component of electric field which is necessary for the CP characteristics?
Yes, sir. Actually, for this design, 1 minute, sir. 1 minute. For like here, sir. Actually, the circular polarization is basically the two degenerated mode with a 90-degree phase difference. Here, path 1 and path 1 and path 3. These are in the EY TM 10 Y direction, and part 2 is the TM 10 X direction. So these are the two degenerated mode with equal amplitude, and through altering this dimension, we can controlling the phase difference between these two modes. So by controlling these two modes, if the phase difference between them is phi is equal to 90-degree and the amplitude should be same, then the antenna will resonate a circular polarization wave.
Okay. And how you got the formula for LD1 and LD2?
Yes, sir. By using the dimension, these surface current, by using this surface current, we can formulate the surface current for the resonant frequency for D1 and D2. And D1 means for the surface, the resultant surface current is in X direction, and D2 is the resultant surface current for the Y direction. So by calculating these surface current, we can formulate this one into the X and Y direction. And by using that formula, we can find out this frequency, we compute the frequency, resonant frequency by using that formula. LE or LD1, we can say that LD1 or LD2.
Okay. Is there any ratio between LD1 and LD2?
No, sir. No ratio between LD1. Sorry, sir.
Okay.
If there are the actually these are the component of the electric field. So axial ratio is equal to EX upon EY, and in numerical value it should be 1, and for dB, for perfect value it should be is equal to 0 dB. Should be 0.
Okay. And in the case of the axial ratio,
Yes, sir.
what is the importance of the parameters P1, P2, which you have used in
Yes,
chapter
sir. Yes,
6? Yeah.
1 minute. Yes, sir. Here. I have also
Yes.
explained that in third, in the third evolution part, when you design this antenna, the axial we cut a P1 and P2 at on the radiating patch, then it slightly improve the axial ratio at both band, GPS L1 band, GPS L5 band and IDRS band. Here, sir, look here, right, 48B. It improves the quality of the axial ratio performance.
Okay, and I have seen you have worked with some different techniques of the antenna. So,
Yes,
which is more attractive from the user point of view in the market or the commercial
Sir,
purpose?
if my point of view, I will recommend this antenna for user market, because this antenna cover 3 bands for navigation purpose, also for radio application purpose, and for mobile purpose. GSM for mobile purpose, GPS for navigation, and IDRS for radio purpose. And this antenna is fulfill the all requirements for nowadays. So I will, on the my point of view, I will recommend this antenna on the behalf of the nowadays user market.
Okay, okay. I think